UFC Fight Night Tampa, Covington versus Buckley just ended. I'm going to give you my breakdown of the entire card from the main event to the early prelims. And man, we got a lot to talk about. Sorry about that clicking sound. You guys know I'm a huge Buckley fan, so I'm going to talk about that for a good 10 minutes. But before we get into it, if you like the content, subscribe. Lately, this channel has been doing ridiculous numbers, so all I can say is thank you. But I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's get into it. And that is. Can I zoom that? I'm not sure where I go to. No, that's way too zoomed in. Fuck it, this will work. So, first fight, actually no, I'm just gonna zoom out. First fight we have, main event, Covington versus Buckley. You had Colby walking out to the All-American with Hulk Hogan. An amazing entrance, and apart from that though, that's the only joy that Covington had in this fight. I picked Buckley to win by third round knockout. We got a third round doctor stoppage, but this was basically all Buckley. Buckley was able to cut open Covington bad in the first, and it only got worse. He had cuts above his brow, below his eye. Covington did have one takedown, but Buckley's takedown defense he showed, especially against a guy like Colby Covington, he has solid defense, and he was landing massive shots. Respect Colby Covington for being able to stand through all that. He didn't get knocked down once, surprisingly, but he was getting battered. And the thing with Colby Covington is that we know he made it to the top by pushing a ridiculous pace. And in these last two fights, man, he hasn't shown that. He hasn't been able to fight at that pace he was fighting in the Usman fights, in the Jorge fight, in the Lawler fight, and it's age, man. Father Time was undefeated. But really good win by Buckley, and excuse me, as the title says, I genuinely believe. One second. I had a few beers tonight. As I've been saying, Buckley is probably my favorite up-and-coming fighter, and I really believe he will win the belt in 2025. You look at the pace he can set, you look at his power at 170. Ever since making the move down, he has looked phenomenal. And now he's stopped Covington, he's stopped Stephen Wonderboy Thompson in his last fight, and it's only, I feel like he's becoming a master star. He called out a few fighters and he let the audience pick who he fought, and it sounds like Buckley versus Usman is the next fight, and I do like that fight. I would favor Buckley because he's a younger fighter, but I feel like Buckley has the ability to push the pace kind of like Usman did. I'm not going to say that he has better wrestling than Usman, but he definitely has the pressure. He has a similar build to Kamala Usman. So I would honestly pick Buckley to TKO or KO Usman, probably in the third, fourth. But amazing fight by these two, and yeah. Joaquin Buckley, mark my words, will become a champ in 2025. Moving on to the co-main event, this was an amazing fight. Cub Swanson came in. I picked him to win by decision, and he looked really good in the first. It landed at 60%. Billy Quarantillo was able to cut Swanson. Billy landed a lot of good combinations in the first minute of the second. And he followed it up with a big knee. But I would say the second was more Billy's zone. He was able to get a takedown halfway through the second, but it went nowhere. And then he got another takedown. Was able to hold on to that a bit longer than he was at first. Then, okay, I'm gonna try and set this up. You guys know I end up with moving my phone dozens of times during these recordings. But, yeah. Then we get to Cub Swanson in the third. He landed a left hook, landed a straight right, ends it with a KO. Ties Max Holloway for featherweight wins. And he didn't retire. I predicted him to retire. But he said he will think about it. But I think this was the best way to end it off in his hometown with a knockout. Really good to see him get that win. I picked him to win by decision. And you know, he's one of these guys that I've watched for a long time, and yeah, amazing win by him. Moving on to Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva. Manel Kape looked really good in the first. Started the round really quick with power shots. Then Silva wallballed him at 2 minutes and 31 seconds. 1 second. It's not a tactical video without indigestion. You guys know this. Then he got a second wallball at 106. Kape was on fire till the third mount shot too. Then Keith Peterson took a point away. Silva was landing bombs on Kape too, where Kape's chin held up really well. Kape then landed a nut shot on Peterson. Not Peterson. Bruno Silva that Keith Peterson didn't see, and Kape was able to capitalize and finish it. Controversial victory, however, I'm happy because I picked him to win. I think if it would have gone to a decision, I had him winning too. Really good fight. Yeah. Manel Kape asked for a title shot. Maybe. Honestly, at this point, Pantoja has ran through the entire division. Manel Kape fought Alexander Pantoja in his very first fight in the UFC. He has a knockout win over Kaiya Sakura too, which counts for something. A really good performance by Manel Kape. I would expect him to get a title shot sometime soon. Next we move on to Vitor Petrino versus Dustin Jacoby. Oh, there it is. Jacoby hurt Petrino halfway in the first, and he looked really good. He looked really good in the first, landing some good combinations, landing a lot of big strikes. Round two, Jacoby came in, he looked a lot more measured. That's again annoying. Petrino rocked him good in the second too, and then landed a good takedown near the 3-minute mark. Jacoby lands landed a massive overhand though. Got the knockout in the third round. Really good performance by him. It was a pretty good fight, I would say. But yeah, great win by Dustin Jacoby. Dustin Jacoby. There we go. Come on, I know English. But yeah, thing is though, is that I don't see Dustin Jacoby making it far in the rankings. I hate to say it, but I just think there's a lot. Fucking understand. Hold it again. There's a lot of good fighters at 205. Obviously, 205 is Pereira's division. We're gonna see, hopefully, Pereira versus Ankalaev early next year, and then potentially see Pereira move up to light heavyweight. Which, by the way, during commercial, I saw a post where somebody was like, we need to see Magomed Ankalaev fight Pereira so he can test his grappling. And this is a complete side tangent. Like, I see that comment a lot, and like, Ankalaev isn't a wrestler. He has a 30% takedown average. Like, I just, again, I think Ankalaev is a clear number one contender. But again, this isn't the time for it. We should be talking about Dustin Jacoby and the magnificent win that he had. Really fun fight though. I picked Vitor Petrino to win by knockout. He got knocked out, so shitty. Moving on to Adrian Yanez versus Daniel Marcos. This was a really, really good fight. Yanez is landing a lot of good combinations, but Marcos is able to rock him in the first. And then Marcos poked him in the eye and well-blowed him. After that, though, Yanez is landing very efficiently. Marcos then landed a big elbow in the clinch. Yanez landed a big counter left hook to start round. I'm getting. What the fuck? 1 second. Yeah, so it ended off in the clinch, and then to start the round off, Adrian Yanez landed one of the most beautiful counter hooks I've seen in a while, and he started round 2 really good. Yanez had really good volume in round 2. I would say it was 1-1 going into the third. Round 3 started, they both started swinging. Marcos got a takedown. Not much from it though, then he got another one. Didn't really do much with it. Marcos then tries for a flying knee, and then we went to decision. He got to split decision. Called out Jose Aldo. It was a really close fight. I'm not gonna say robbery. That one judge, I forgot who it was. 30-27 makes no fucking sense at all. But yeah, really fun fight. Moving on to Navajo Sterling versus Turco Turcos. This was a really fun fight. Sterling was throwing a lot of good combinations in the first. He stumbled Tokos, however you say it. Sterling then started to tee off, denied a takedown. Really good first for Sterling. I had a quite winning that one. Tokos even looked at the clock at the end of round 1. And when you're doing that as a fighter, you clearly know you are losing the round. And that is one of the worst things you can do, taking your eye off of the opponent. Miranda Justin, 1 second. Oh, there we go. Tokos then got a takedown in the second. Sterling got up immediately. got his back, but Sterling got up. No. Tokos was able to get his back again, but Sterling got up immediately. Then Tokos reversed it. Really good grappling exchange there. Sterling got back up, landed good combinations. Then he ended up winning the fight by unanimous decision. I agree with this. This guy definitely has a lot of potential. Outstruck Tokos nearly triple. And yeah, really good performance by Navarro Sterling coming off of the Contender Series. I definitely think he has a lot of potential. Another guy from New Zealand, so you can definitely see him being a big name in the Australian, New Zealand cards moving forward. Maybe in a few more years, get a couple more wins. But really good win by Sterling, and I'm really interested to see how his career pans out. Moving on to the main event of the prelims, this fight was incredible. I picked against Michael Johnson because of his age. Both men in this fight started throwing big shots early. Johnson went for a takedown, got denied. Johnson then wobbled him a few times. Azatar had some good shots in the first. Then during round two, Azatar opened it up with a really good combination. Then Michael Johnson landed a massive right hook, dropped Azatar, finished it with the ground and pound, and really good win. I was shocked. I picked Azatar to win this, but it's nice to see somebody like Michael Johnson, who is a UFC veteran, has been in the cage with guys like Khabib, guys like Poirier. He even beat Poirier. Incredible fight. Nice to see him get another win. He said he's not going anywhere, but I don't see him having that many more fights left. And again, I don't want these older guys to hold on too long. We have a lot of young, hungry up-and-comers coming in lightweight. You know, you can bring up Paddy the Batty, Renato Moicano, even though he's been around for a while. Guys like that. Moving on to Joel Alvarez versus Jakar Kosei. This was an insane fight. It started off with a big exchange. Close got a takedown. Alvarez, Alvarez is able to get up. Then Alvarez stumbled Kosei with a 1-2 combo, threw a flying knee, hit him with strikes in a guillotine. He grabbed his neck as he was going down, and then just faded shots from the guillotine. Standing guillotine, I should say. Really good win by Joel Alvarez. And he's another guy just to have to look out for in the lightweight division. But again, the lightweight division, man, it's stacked. You got Islam Sarukian, which is the next fight in 4 weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 4 weeks, man. We'll find ideas. We have more fights to talk about, though, but this is a really fun fight and amazing performance by Joel Alvarez. Next, we go to Sean Woodson versus Fernando Lopez. I picked Sean Woodson to win. Not by first round knockout, though. Padilla rushed Woodson early, but he fell over. There was a triangle attempt that went nowhere. Woodson then landed some good combinations, but Padilla was the one that was pressing during the fight. Padilla then kept swiping on the cage, which I won't blame him for that, you know. with all the blood sweat on the canvas. It does get difficult. Woodson then landed an uppercut and a hook, dropped him for the finish. Really good win by him, and Sean Woodson is the guy that I have my eye on in the featherweight division. Again, all these divisions are stacked. We know that Ilya Topuria is the champion at featherweight. But I would like to see Sean Watson get a bump up in competition, see how he does. Maybe not a ranked contender, but somebody just south of rankings on a win streak I feel would be good for him. And yeah, really good fight for him. Next I go to Miles Jones versus Felipe Lima. Felipe Lima started this fight hot, went for a flying knee. Jones was landing some massive punches. Lima though was mixing strikes really effectively though, going to the legs, going to the body, mixing in the headshots. I definitely feel like Miles Jones was headhunting a lot more. When you look at the never mind. Okay, well in the first, Felipe Lima was landing some good body shots, and he completely abandoned that game. Johns even taunted him at the end of the first round. Second though, Lima went for an anaconda, didn't get it. Jones then stunned Lima with an overhand. Lima got a rear naked choke, and he was switching arms too. That was really cool. And he definitely showcased he has good jiu-jitsu. Johns then got on Lima's back, but Lima was able to shrug him off. Went to decision. Felipe Lima won by unanimous decision, 30-27. A good fight. Felipe Lima is a guy I definitely have my eye on as well. I know I'm saying that with all of these fighters basically, but he looked really good. Moving on. Now, I might get a bit of hate for this. Miranda Maverick versus Jamie Winworth. Okay, Maverick did open up this fight really good, but it was a very stale start. Maverick fell for the takedown that was defended by Jamie Winworth. Maverick then held her on the cage. Jamie Winworth was able to showcase a lot of good takedown defense. When Maverick finally got 2 takedowns, they didn't last though. Pretty dull round, I would say, in the first. Maverick went right for the takedown in the second, didn't get it. Horth tried to jump in the back and got back control. Maverick fell on her back, and then my brain just turned off. Oh my god. Jamie Winworth then went for a rear naked choke, got it under the chin, but didn't get it. Maverick then got the back in a reversal. Barely any strikes, I'm gonna be honest. And the third round, really not much happened. I know there's a lot of hype with Miranda Maverick. She is a young fighter. Do I see her doing well against the top in the flyweight women's division? Maybe in a few years. Right now, though, no. I think she might get a bump up in competition, but I don't see her being at the top of women's flyweight anytime soon. Maybe in a few years, but again, it's only one fight. More indigestion. Moving on to the Davy Grant versus Ramos Tavares. Davy Grant looked really good in this fight. Grant started off tagging, tagging Tavares. Grant landed a lot of good kicks too, really good combinations. Then he landed a low blow at 153. He went for a flying elbow attempt. I really liked that. It was a really good round by Grant, minus the low blow. I definitely gave him the first. Tavares dropped Grant early in the second though. Grant then landed a spinning heel kick. And then he slipped. Grant, I need to say this too. Grant was landing a lot of good combinations, like mixing it up between the head and body, landing good 1-2s, good 3 combinations, and in the third round, it was all Grant. Grant wobbled Tavares with the right, and then he tripled up Tavares in significant strikes. He won by unanimous decision. Only one judge gave round 2 to Tavares, which, to me, round 2 kind of could have went either way, but I still had David Grant winning all 3. Good win by him, and yeah. Moving on, we got Pierre Rodriguez versus Knudsen. Pierre Rodriguez versus Josephine Knudsen. Rodriguez started really good landed early. Some good ground and pound too after she got her to the ground. Knudsen did have some good strikes as well, but Rodriguez was finding a lot of success on the ground in the first. Then Knudsen had a reversal. Really nice escape by her. Rodriguez got cut above the right eye by an elbow, but clearly won the round. Clearly, that was in round 2, and she clearly won round 1. Like, this was a really good fight. I have to say it. It wasn't just a piss play. Like, as an opener, it was really good. Knudsen grabbed the guillotine, didn't get it though. Rodriguez held her down most of the round. But yeah, like I said, that fight was phenomenal. And now that we're through that, how much are we looking at on time? 28 minutes? Alright. So now is where I talk about walking Buckley. You guys know, like I said at the start, I'm a huge Buckley fan. I genuinely think Buckley wins the welterweight title next year. I honestly believe that. And after he dominated Wonder Boy, he dominated Covington. Apart from a takedown, Covington couldn't land anything. And Buckley's takedown defense too. We need to talk about that more. Like, he showed off in the Ruzovoev fight, if that's how you say it. He can be a chain wrestler. And with him leaving it up to the crowd who he fights next, it sounds like they're going to do Kamaru Usman. And if he can end up beating Wonder Boy, Covington, Usman, back to back, that's a phenomenal case for a title shot. We obviously have no way. I actually didn't remember the name. I'm not even joking with you. I forgot about Bilal Muhammad's name. Yeah, but we have Bilal Muhammad versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. For fuck's sakes. That fight, hopefully that happens early next year. And if he's fighting Usman, I'm assuming they would do a fight between Brady and JDM, or is it JDM books? Let's check that. JDM. Yeah, he's rumored to fight Usman. So maybe that fight happens. But I would much rather see JDM versus Sean Brady. I'm a huge fan of both of them. But, like I said, he beat Luque. He beat Thompson. He's now beating Covington. He gets past Usman. He's already working on, you know, an incredible, an incredible list of names. Ever since he moved down to 170, he's looked unstoppable. He's undefeated. He can wrestle. He can strike. He's got the power. And the thing about him versus Usman, which I'm gonna save a lot of this probably for a video for tomorrow, because fuck, I won't have anything else to do. I'm gonna have to claw through all of MMA media now for 4 months. But yeah, I really like him versus Usman. Right after the Colby fight, Colby an interim champion, Usman one of, in many eyes, in many people's eyes, the second or third best welterweight we have ever seen. It'll be interesting. Let me know in the comments, what did you think about this fighting card? What performances surprised you? And mark my words, man. Buckley, welterweight champion 2025. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Later.